Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Nothing Better Than Gym Friends by Melisa Torres, narrated by Rachel F. Hirsch. Chapter 1. The bell rings for morning recess, and Megan and I sprint to the monkey bars on the playground as fast as we can. There are only 3 bars. If we get there first, we don't have to wait. "We're gonna make it today, Savannah," Megan says, running beside me. And she's right. We are the first second-grade class to get out to recess, and the playground is empty. We run and jump on a bar next to each other. I do a pullover to get up on the bar, and Megan hooks a leg through to get herself up. Then she starts to swing around fast, with one knee hooked around the bar, and I start doing continuous back hip circles. We are having so much fun spinning and spinning. "How do you do it without your knee hooked?" Megan asks. I stop to explain, but before I say anything, someone yells out to us, "Hey, Megan, why don't you walk with us?" Megan turns her head, and there is Lily, standing with her arm hooked to Sarah's. I look at Megan, who seems startled. Megan looks at me, shrugs, and says, "I think I'm going to walk with them for a bit. Bye, Savannah." And just like that, she jumps down from the bar, runs over to Lily, and links arms with her. The 3 of them walk off with Sarah and Megan's heads tilted in toward Lily's to hear what she is saying. I've stopped swinging as I watch them walk away. I don't feel like swinging anymore, so I jump down. I walk over to the edge of the play area where there is curbing. I step up on the curbing, which is about the size of a balance beam, and I start walking on it and thinking, why wasn't I invited to walk with those girls? If they knew me better, they would have invited me to walk with them. I'm nice, and my friends at gymnastics all like me. I circle the playground area a few more times before recess is over. Playing without Megan is so boring. I can't wait for school to be over today so I can play at Trista's house. Then, when the bell rang and I was in line to go inside, Lily told me Megan is her second best friend and can't play on the bars with me anymore, I say. The miserable school day finally ended, and I'm next door at Trista's house, telling her what happened at recess. "Well, that's stupid. Megan likes playing on the bars with you," Trista replies. "Not anymore," I pout. "What does Megan say about not playing on bars anymore?" Trista asks me. "Megan doesn't say anything. I don't understand," I confess. "Well, it's dumb. Do what you want at recess and don't worry about those girls," Trista says. I know Trista means well, but how can I do what I want if there is no one to play with? "Anyway, we have a fun weekend coming up," Trista continues. She's right. We have our first gymnastics meet this weekend, and after the meet, our teammate, Marissa, is having a birthday party. "Are you nervous?" Trista asks me. "Nervous about what?" I ask. "The meet, silly," she shrieks. "Well, no. Don't we just do what we've been doing in practice?" I ask. "Yeah, but people are going to be watching and taking pictures, and there will be another team there, maybe 2, and we want to win," she says. "Win?" I ask. "How do we win?" I should know this. I mean, my mom takes me to the University of Utah gymnastics meets, and they always win, but I'm not sure how that happens. "We add up all our scores or something. I'm not sure," Trista admits as she flops on her bed and rolls to her tummy. She leans over her bed and puts her hands on the ground. Her straight brown hair falls upside down as she bounces to a handstand. "All I know is," she huffs from her handstand, "that I want to be the best, and I want to earn a medal." Then she lets her handstand fall onto the bed and is on her stomach again. I look at her laying on her belly. "How do you know about medals?" I ask. "Kayla from the gym told me. She said that at most meets you get ribbons or little medals, and sometimes you get really big medals, or even trophies." Trista bounces up to a handstand for a second and drops to her belly in a hollow body position and bounces back up to handstand. Even though she is holding a handstand, she keeps talking. She said big medals and trophies are more common in the higher levels, like 7 and 8. Trista explains, getting a little out of breath now. She drops her handstand back to her tummy on her bed. "Girls, 5 minutes!" Trista's mom yells up to us. Trista hops up and runs over to her dresser. At the same time, I pick up the duffel bag of leotards that I brought with me. "What leotard do you want to wear?" I ask as I dump the contents of the duffel bag on the floor. "I don't need one today. My mom finally bought me a new one for making level 3. Trista worked so hard over the summer to become a level 3. I'm glad she did because now I have a friend and neighbor on my team. She pulls out her new leotard and holds it up for me. The bodice is a beautiful black shimmer with zebra print on the tank shoulders and the top half of the back. Lime green piping is on the edges of the zebra print. "Oh, Trista, that one is so fun. And so you." I smile. "I know. My mom almost didn't get it because it was so expensive. I think she finally felt bad I started wearing your Leos," she says as she steps out of her jeans and into her new Leo. "Can I still borrow some workout shorts?" she asks as she wiggles into her new leotard. I frown at my huge pile of leotards and shorts and wonder how much it cost my mom. She buys them for me all the time. I don't have to earn them like Trista did. "Yeah, sure," I say, and bend down to grab a pair of black shorts for her and my pink camo Leo for me. "I don't get that one," Trista says. "What?" I ask as I toss her the shorts. "The pink camouflage," she says, catching the shorts. "What exactly are you blending in with that's pink?" "I don't know," I say, laughing. "It's just supposed to be cute." It feels good to laugh. I haven't laughed since Lily stole Megan from me. "Girls!" Trista's mom yells up to us. This means we need to hurry down to the car. I guess I can't worry about Megan right now. It's time for practice. Chapter 2. I run my hand across the beam before I jump up. I love the feel of the rough leather and the sensation of being so far off the ground. As I climb up and stand to my full height, I look around the gym. Everything looks so much different from up here. I'm small for a 7-year-old, so I rarely get to see things higher than other people. "This end of the beam," James yells. He's our gymnastics coach. I'm on a team with 4 other girls. We train at Perfect Balance Gymnastics Academy, also known as PBGA. We get situated at one end of the beam, and James instructs us in our beam warm-ups. "Forward walks, high releve, arms out, chins up, knees straight, toes pointed." We do as he says and walk on our tippy toes to the other end of the beam. When we get to the end, we have to wait on our tippy toes with our arms out until he tells us to turn. I'm sharing a beam with Trista, so I look at the back of Trista's head as I do my forward walks. Her brown hair is pulled back in a ponytail with a lime green headband. She likes the green headband because she says it makes her hazel eyes look closer to green, and today it matches her new leotard. We get to the end of the beam and stop, and wait on our tippy toes. My calves are burning as I wait for James to tell us to turn. "Arms up!" he yells, and we raise our arms to a ballet 5th position above our heads, keeping our feet also in the 5th position. "Turn!" he yells, and we do a quick pivot turn on our toes so that we are facing him, still in 5th position with the other foot in front. "Arms out, walk back," he says, even though we know to walk back toward him. As I am walking, I look over and see Marissa and Alexis sharing a beam, and Paige is on the other side of them. Marissa and Alexis look like identical gymnasts on the beam next to me, because they are exactly the same size, and they are both wearing navy and white Perfect Balance workout leotards. They are doing their tiptoe walks in sync with each other. The only thing different about them is their coloring. Alexis has blonde hair and blue eyes like me, but her hair is straight and cut in a cute A-line bob. Marissa is not as pale as Alexis with her long black hair and dark eyes. "Red, keep your knees straight," James calls out to Paige. James calls Paige Red because of her crazy red hair. It's curly and bouncy and always seems to be going every which way. My hair is curly, but nothing like the corkscrew curls Paige has. I make it to the other end of the beam, and I know to raise my arms to 5th position and wait for James to tell us to walk backwards.
Walk backwards,
James shouts out. Since we are already facing backwards, we don't have to turn this time. We just position our arms to the side and walk backwards. I take this moment from high on the beam to check out what else is going on in the gym. It looks like the level 8s are getting ready to tumble into the pit. I love watching those girls tumble. They are so good.
Anna,
James yells to me. He calls me Anna as a nickname for Savannah.
Stop looking around and look at the end of the beam. Eyes down, chin up, arms out.
I snap my head back and watch the beam in front of me. I need to think about what I'm doing. After all, we have a big, super serious meet on Saturday. Chapter 3. Did you see Kayla throwing double backs on floor today? Trista asks me as we pile into my mom's car. And how Katie spots so fast? It's so cool. I can't wait until we're big and can try stuff like that. I know. And her music is awesome. But every time I stop to watch her, James got mad at me. I say, you have to be sly, Savannah. Just take quick looks between turns. Trista advises.
Are you girls ready for Saturday?
My mom asks. Yes, we both say.
What event are you most excited about?
My mom asks Trista, even though we know the answer. Trista loves floor because she came to PGPA with tumbling experience, and she is so much better than the rest of us on floor. Floor, Trista answers predictably. Although James was saying today that I need to clean up the dance parts of the routine, and that I won't be the best with just a good round-off back handspring.
That's interesting,
my mom says.
It's a good thing you girls practiced your routines in the yard all summer.
What are we going to do now that it's getting cold outside? I ask. I look at the trees as we are driving by, and some of them have started to turn yellow. Even though fall has barely begun, I already miss summer. Trista and I would play outside on the grass judging each other on our gymnastics routines. Since school has started, we have only played gymnastics on the grass once. My mom chuckles.
You guys are probably too busy with school now anyway to play like you did this summer. But I saw on the weather forecast that it will be nice this weekend. You might get one more day out on the grass.
What event are you looking forward to? Trista asks me. Bars, I answer honestly. Ugh, I don't understand how you like bars so much. Such an annoying event, Trista complains. You'll get it soon, Trista. Didn't you just get your front hip circle? I ask. I thought I saw her doing that today. Yeah, she grins. I can do it if I bend my knees at the end to make it around. I can't remember how I learned a front hip circle. I just swung around like James told me to and made it. Bars has always been easy for me to do. I think it's fun and fast, unlike beam, which is slow and can be a little scary. We get to my house, which is only 2 houses down from Trista's. My mom parks in the garage, and Trista and I get out of the car. See you at school tomorrow, Trista yells over her shoulder, and she runs to the end of the driveway and over to her house. I wish I saw Trista more at school, but all we ever get to do is wave to each other when my lunch recess ends, and hers begins. I wish we were in the same grade.
Let's get you started on homework while I make dinner, okay?
My mom says to me as we walk into the house from the garage. Okay, I agree, and climb up to the counter. She slices an apple and I munch on it while I do my math problems. I like this time when my mom is home and cooking while I do homework. I finish my subtraction worksheet before she's done making dinner. I'm done, I say proudly.
Let's see, she says, turning my paper to face her. Very good, Savannah. I'm almost done making dinner, so how about you draw a picture for Grandma while you wait for dinner to be ready?
I agree and begin drawing a picture of a girl on bars with rainbows in the background. Wouldn't it be nice if we could do gymnastics outside? I finish the picture and set it aside to give to Grandma after school tomorrow. My mom and I sit down for a quiet dinner. It's always quiet when it's just Mom and me. I like it better when Grandma joins us for dinner. There is more talking, and my mom seems happier. Mom, I ask during dinner, how do you win a meet?
Well, as you know, in college, 6 girls compete and the best 5 scores on each event count toward the team score. The team with the highest score from all 4 events wins. I didn't know. I never really paid attention to the scoring at college meets. I just like watching them fly through the air. Is that how it will work for us on Saturday? I ask. I think I remember James saying in the team parent meeting that you only have to add up the best 3 scores, since the teams are smaller. I'm not certain, though. We can ask him. It's okay. No big deal, I say quietly. Oh, Savannah, don't worry about it. You will do fine. You are one of the best girls on the team. This is easy for you. I can't wait to record it and show everyone. My tummy gets a little queasy at the thought of her recording me. What if I mess up and she has nothing good to show everyone? I better work hard this week to make sure I don't mess up. Chapter 4. After dinner, I head up to my room. I shower, get in my nightgown, brush my teeth, and wait for my mom to come in and read to me. Right now, we are reading a story about magic fairies. Honey, my mom says, knocking on the door. I look up from flipping through the fairy book. You got a letter in the mail. She hands me a purple envelope with white flower stickers all over it. I tear into it and see that it's a birthday party invitation from Lily. It's from Lily! A party this Saturday! I'm surprised to get an invitation from Lily. I didn't think we were friends. But maybe if I become friends with her, I can play with Megan again. What time? My mom asks. I hand her the invitation. She looks at it and frowns. What? I ask. It's the same time as Marissa's birthday party. I stare at my mom in stunned silence, so she continues. Marissa, from gymnastics? Her party is after the meet, she reminds me. Can I go to both? I say with my biggest eyes I can create. My mom laughs and says, that look will not change the time and day of the parties. You're going to have to decide which one to go to. But that's impossible, I protest. Marissa has been talking about her party for weeks, and it sounds so fun, I whine. Then go to Marissa's party, my mom says, kissing me on the head and climbing into bed next to me for our story time. You don't understand. I have to go to Lily's party if I want to stay friends with Megan, I explain. What do you mean? My mom asks. I know Lily is not being nice, and I don't want to admit it to my mom. I start to pick at my stuffed bunny's frayed ear. Savannah? My mom prompts. Well, Lily hasn't been letting Megan play with me this week, I confess. And I just know that if I don't go to the party, I'll never get to play with Megan. My mom frowns at this explanation. Honey, that's not a good reason to pick her party over Marissa's. If Megan is really your friend, she'll keep playing with you. You haven't met Lily, I point out. Who do you have the most fun with? My mom asks. I shrug, even though I know I love going to parents' night out with my teammates. Why don't you take a few days to think about it? Okay, I agree. She picks up the fairy book from my lap and flips to where we left off the night before. You ready to read? She asks, and I nod and snuggle in for the story. After 3 chapters, my mom gives me another kiss on the head, tucks me in, and leaves the room. I heave a big sigh and think about the parties. I know I would have fun at Marissa's party because I know that Paige, Alexis, and Trista will be there. On the other hand, I hardly know the girls at school. And maybe I should go so I can get to know them. I'm shy at school, and I want to know Lily and her friends the way I know my gymnastics friends. I squeeze my bunny tight and ask her what she would do. I drift off to sleep as I wait for her to answer. Chapter 5. Okay, ladies, last practice before the big day, James reminds us as we warm up. I look over at Trista and she has a big grin on her face. She can't wait to compete, but I'm not so sure.
I mean, I'm excited to wear our beautiful blue and white leotard, but I've been getting more and more nervous all week.
We're going to watch each other on each event and pretend it's a meet. Let's start on vault. Go grab the mats over by the wall and set it up on this end of the tumble strip.
I hate setting up for vault. There are so many mats we have to drag over to do our vault of running, punching, jumping to handstand, and falling to a flat back. The flat back fall is the part where we need all the mats. I wish we could just leave it set up, but the power tumbling team that rotates to the tumble strip after us always clear it away. Coach James says moving mats is good for us. We walk over to the end of the floor that is by the offices. We start dismantling a stack of 8-inchers that are up against the wall and dragging them across the tumble strip. Paige, Marissa, Trista, and I each have a corner of a mat. Marissa and Paige are walking at the front of the mat faster than Trista and I. We accidentally drop our end of the mat and start giggling.
Hustle up, girls. It shouldn't take all day.
James yells from the other side of the floor, where he is pulling a mat over from Beam. Paige and Marissa keep dragging the mat, leaving Trista and I standing empty-handed. Trista looks at me and shrugs. "Should we just get another one?" she asks me. I nod and we head back to the stack of mats to pull another one to take over to the tumble strip. We need 4 total, plus the springboard, which is even harder to move. "Trista?" I say as we start dragging the mat along the red tumble strip. "Yeah?" she says, adjusting her grip on the mat. "You remember my friend Lily from school?" I ask. "The one who runs the 2nd grade and got Megan to stop playing with you?" she questions, raising her brown eyebrows. "Well, yeah," I admit. "What about her?" she asks with a huff as we struggle with the mat. "I was invited to her birthday party," I say tentatively. "Then go. Show her you should never be ignored. Plus, you might get some cool bracelet or something out of it in the goodie bag," she says. "It's on Saturday, after the meet," I say as we pull the mat up onto the other 3 mats already stacked in place. "What's Saturday after the meet?" Alexis asks as she and Paige help us adjust the mat on top of the others. "Marissa's birthday party," Trista says, looking at me. In that moment, I know Trista can tell I'm thinking about not going to Marissa's party. I'm a little ashamed. Maybe if I hadn't complained about Lily, then Trista wouldn't be looking at me like that. James walks up with the springboard and sets it down in front of the mats.
"Enough chatting time, ladies. Go line up for vault," he orders,
ending the conversation. Thank goodness. Chapter 6. "How was practice?" my mom asks as soon as I hurry in the door. Trista's mom drove me home and I got cold running from the driveway to the house. I didn't wear anything over my leotard and shorts to keep warm. It was so nice out when I left for practice that my grandma and I didn't think to have me wear a sweatshirt. But the evenings are getting cold, and I better start remembering to grab a hoodie. "Good. Well, okay," I reply. "Why just okay?" she asks. "Well, something weird happened on Beam," I admit. "Weird? Like what?" she prompts. "I kept falling on Beam. On my handstand, on my straight jump, on everything. I never fall," I say, looking at my hands. I have a new rip, but that's not bothering me nearly as much as my terrible Beam workout. And the meet is Saturday. We don't have workouts on Thursday or Friday, so this was it. My last chance practice before a meet. "Honey, you are allowed to make mistakes. It doesn't mean anything, it just means you had a bad day. You'll do fine on Saturday." I climb up to the counter and open my backpack to pull out my worksheet for the day. "Can I go to piano on Friday to practice one more time?" My mom stops chopping veggies and looks at me. "Parents' night out will keep you up too late when you have a meet the next morning. Are you sure you need extra time?" she asks. I immediately nod that I do. "How about open gym?" she asks. Open gym is a chance for kids to work on their skills with coach supervision. It's more structured than parents' night out, and only gymnasts can attend. It's not as fun, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, I guess, I say, agreeing to open gym. I sulk a little as I start my homework. I'm practicing the letter S in cursive, which is fun for me since my name starts with an S.
Okay, Mopey Lou. Why don't you ask Trista if she wants to go with you to open gym?
This makes me light up a little. Can I go ask her now?
After dinner and homework, you can skip over there for a quick conversation.
I'm still in my leotard and workout shorts when I walk over to Trista's house after dinner, but this time I remember to throw on a sweatshirt. It's a cute pink one that says gymnast on it with silver stars. My mom got it for me last Christmas. I take my time walking the length of the house between us. The days are getting shorter and the sun is setting over the mountain peaks in a brilliant orange color. I love it here in Snowcap Canyon. I love the seasons. Trista has never seen snow, and I can't wait to show her how to make snow angels. I'm thinking about this as I step up to Trista's front door and ring the bell.
Hey!
Her sister Madison answers the door and yells up the stairs.
DQ, Tinkerbell is here.
Madison calls me Tinkerbell because she says I'm tiny and that I'm always wearing sparkles. I don't think it's a bad name, but Trista always tells her to cut it out. I hear Trista thundering down the stairs. Cut it out, turd! She shoves in front of her sister and shuts the front door behind her. What's up? I stand there for a second. Why does she call you DQ? Trista rolls her eyes. It stands for drama queen. What's a drama queen? It's good, right? I mean, being a queen is even better than being a princess, I reason. No, it means I make a big deal out of everything and that I'm dramatic, she explains. I can't help it. This explanation makes me giggle. Trista does sort of make a big deal out of everything. Stop it, she says. But then the corner of her mouth turns up in a smirk, and this makes me laugh out loud. Savannah, I'm not a drama queen, she yells, but her indignation is lost by her own laughter. It's the perfect name for you, and DQ is even funnier. Now we are both laughing harder as Trista's mom opens the door. You girls, what's so funny? I say, pointing at Trista, but I can't say it. I try again, but the more I try to stop laughing, the worse it gets. Trista gains control of herself before I do and says, Savannah, it's not that funny. This only makes me laugh harder. She tries to give me a dirty look before turning to her mom. Savannah thinks Madison's name for me, DQ, is funny, Trista explains. At this, Mrs. Thompson gives a little smile. Savannah, I had no idea you had such a sense of humor. Or that you knew Trista so well, Mrs. Thompson comments. Mom! Trista squeals. This makes me grab my stomach in laughter. Her own mom. This is great. Anyway, Savannah, sweetie, it's getting dark. What do you need? Her mom asks. I calm down, which takes a minute, and ask her if Trista can go to open gym with me on Friday. Mrs. Thompson agrees and says she'll text my mom to figure out our rides. Oh, hey, Savannah, Trista says as I'm turning to go. Can I invite Carmen? She's the level 2 girl that was in my class over the summer. Sure. Bye, DQ, I say, skipping down the driveway. Savannah, Trista yells after me. You cannot use that name at the gym. This makes me burst into another round of laughter as I walk home. Chapter 7. I cross the street in front of my school and meet up with my grandma on the corner. She always walks me home, even though my house is a short walk from school. How was school today? She asks. Fine, I lie. What was fine about it? Well, Megan still won't play with me because she's too busy being Lily's second best friend, I explain. Can't she be friends with both of you? My grandma asks. No, Lily says Megan shouldn't do juvenile things like swing on the bars if she's going to be her second best friend.
Sounds like if Megan knows what's good for her, she'll stay away from Lily, my grandma concludes.
We walk in silence.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?